Hey guys, welcome back. This is Return to Tennis. I'm your host Aaron, and we are revisiting some rackets today that we've been playing and hitting, and we're starting off with the Wilson Shift. The more I play it, the more I start to figure out some things about it. The biggest revelation I've had hitting it today is that it's a little unstable. Mine is the 300 gram version. It did not come in at 300 grams. It came in at 295. So it's missing a little bit of weight, and it feels like it's missing a little bit of weight. Now, I can't say if that extra 5 grams that it's supposed to have would make a difference, but it does feel a little unstable, especially on one-handed backhands and on strong volleys at the net. If I get someone who drills a ball, it just doesn't feel like it has the weight to handle it. Two-handed backhands aren't bad, but I do feel like I lack a little bit of plow through with them. Forehands, on the other hand, because they would be on the other hand, feel pretty good. Good power, good spin, good whip through with it. It's very maneuverable at this weight. It is still really maneuverable, even though it's lacking a little bit of stability. It has really good maneuverability. Feels solid on forehands. Feels really solid on serves as well, especially flat. Flat serves, I can hit some cannons with it. But oddly enough, it is a spin frame, and I struggle to hit spin serves. I don't know what the deal is there. But flat serves come really easy. I kind of feel like, like I said, it needs some more weight. I'd like to see this frame at a 305. I think, instead of a 300. Or maybe if I could just see it at 300 first, that would be a nice thing. If, Wilson had sent me one that was on spec. Still, you can see I'm wearing the elbow sleeve. I'm still having some arm issues. I had a couple weeks off. I didn't really play very much at all. The weather was bad. I didn't really go out and do anything. And I haven't played any matches. For probably 2 weeks now. I haven't played any matches for a couple weeks at this point. The arm is, I'm still having issues with the elbow. I've been playing lighter weight rackets because I thought that would be the solution to go down in weight. So I gradually, worked my way down to playing light rackets. The Shift is the lightest racket I've been hitting. It's 321 grams with an overgrip. Overgrip and dampener 321. Without those things, it was 313. So, but I'm still having some tenderness in the elbow. I'm fine when I'm playing. If I have the sleeve on, no big deal. It's when I take the sleeve off, it's a little sore. So now it's got me thinking maybe it's not the weight. Oh, there we go. That was nice. Take that, machine. It's maybe the stiffness. The Shift comes in at a 68 RA. That's a pretty stiff frame for something that is so light. And that seems to be the tendencies these days with the racket companies. They're making light frames, but a lot of them happen to be also very stiff. I'd like to see some more flexible frames. In any case, we are going to be shifting our focus in a new direction when it comes to choosing frames, and we're going to start hitting some frames that are more flexible, that have lower RAs, something in the low 60s, and if I can get some frames that are below 60, I'm going to do that as well. And we're going to see how that feels. But, good shots. The Shift is a very nice racket. It is really good at spinning the ball. It has a lot of power potential. I get a lot of power out of it off the forehand side and on the serves especially. Oddly enough, though, I do struggle with sliced backhands. We're going to have some sliced backhands here in a minute. You're going to see. I don't know what it is. The racket feels like it doesn't have enough heft coming through. I seem to float slice shots a lot with this racket, more so than I do with any other. But only on the backhand side. And here we go. back to the backhand side. Hit some two-handers. Like I said, two-handers, it feels fine. And it's because I got two hands on the racket. I can stabilize it better, no problem. But one-handers, not so much. One-handers, I get wobble out of the frame when I'm hitting one-handed backhands. He floated it. And there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to do. Floated it. That one I slowed it down, controlled it a bit better. But I just can't hit slice backhands as well with this frame as I do with a lot of the others. And one-handers just don't feel stable. It feels like it wants to twist in my hand a little bit. It needs more weight. I'm still hitting in stock form, obviously. I like to spend a lot of time hitting a racket in stock form before I consider making any adjustments to it. You know, I want to make sure, is it the frame lacking some weight that is the problem I'm having, or is it just me in general? Like, am I just not swinging through the ball correctly with that racket? Forehands are nice. I like forehands. My forehand is still my least consistent shot, but we're getting there. Onto the Dunlop. Now, conversely, with the Dunlop, I could feel an immediate difference in stability. It felt much more stable. It felt much more solid coming around and hitting the ball. I felt much more confident in it. And it's because it's just a little heavier. On spec, it should be 5 grams heavier than the Shift. With overgrips and everything in consideration, it's sitting at 328. It's sitting about 7 grams heavier than the Shift is. But one-handed backhands feel more comfortable with this one. I don't get that same wobbly feeling, that same instability as I come through. It'd be better if I could hit one over the net, though. There we go. It's still out. Two-handers feel solid as well. I feel like I can drive the ball a bit better on the backhand side with the Dunlop. Like the Shift, I hit it two-handed. I can hit balls in, but I don't feel like I can really have any low drive shots. With the Dunlop on the backhands, I feel I can do that. But I don't feel as consistent on forehands with the Dunlop as I do with the Shift. I feel more confident on my forehand side with the Shift. It feels like I can hit more of the balls in with a fair amount of pace. The Dunlop, I send, a little short, a little long, and then once in a while I get one that's just right. Right, the Goldilocks ball. That wasn't it. But there's the big difference for me is the stability between the Shift and the Dunlop. They both spin the ball extremely well. They both really do a great job on spin. And driving the ball is pretty good. I would say the Shift still has more power than the Dunlop, but the Dunlop does do a pretty good job of driving that ball across. And with its stability being with a slightly higher weight, a little bit more stable, I feel more comfortable with it at the net on volleys. When it comes to serve with the Dunlop, I hit tremendous flat serves with it, just like I do with the Shift. But I have an easier time hitting spin serves. I can hit the slice serve easier with the Dunlop. I can hit the kick serve easier with the Dunlop. I would say that the flat serves are better with the Shift. There's more power. There's a lot more speed on the ball with the Shift. But I struggle to hit the spin serves with the Shift for some reason, even though it is a spin frame. But they're both really good rackets. I would have to say I was really surprised by how much I liked the Dunlop racket. Had I not caught this on eBay from a vendor for $100, brand new, I would have never picked this racket up. It was just such a good deal that I was like, I just can't let it go by. And I'm glad I took it because I really do like this racket. This is probably one of my favorite rackets I've hit out of everything I have. It just feels so comfortable and so easy to drive and spin the ball with. Back to on serves with it. Like I said, I can hit the spin serves easily. The bane of my serving game is the kick serve. That's my second serve, and it sucks. It has cost me a lot of points and a lot of matches recently. But with the Dunlop versus the shift, when it comes to my second serve, that kick serve, I have different problems. The Dunlop, usually if I double fault, it's because I hit the ball short. It hits the top of the net, doesn't make it over. The shift, it's the exact opposite problem. I hit it long. It drives out the back of the court. And it's because the shift has such easy access to power. I feel like I don't have to swing as hard with the shift on serves or on forehands to get the same amount of power that I get out of the Dunlop. I feel like with the Dunlop, I have to put a little more effort into driving the forehands, a little more effort into driving my first serves with the Dunlop. It just doesn't have the same level of power. But it does have a bit better accuracy when it comes to hitting my serves. And I do greatly enjoy this frame. Again, I'm still looking at, do I need to go down to rackets that are less stiff? Whereas the Dunlop is heavier, it's 328, it is still running a RA of 67, which is a little high 60s. And again, my arm doesn't, it's not horribly painful. It doesn't keep me from playing. It's more of an inconvenience, but it doesn't improve. I'm playing softer strings. I'm playing lower weights. I'm playing lower tensions, and I'm still having the problem. The problem with the elbow still persists. So we're going to be changing things up to rackets with lower RAs, some of which may be very heavy in weight. We're going to see how that goes. But look at that. Take that, machine. Little two-hander action there into the net. Nice job. Dead short ball. Good cleanup. Ah, come on. I really do like this frame. If you are into spin frames like the Extreme or the Pure Aero or the V-Cores, the Onyx, and you have not tried the Dunlop, you are doing yourself a great disservice. You need to try the SX300. I like it in the Tour version, 98 square inches. It just really feels nice coming through the air, and it does a great job of rotating the ball. Oh, that's a good one. Let's end on that one. Nice job. Oh, wait, one more? Yeah, let's just double up. Just like Sir Mix-a-Lot said. Here we go. We are on to the next frame for today, the Diadem Elevate V3. Outstanding frame. Just an outstanding frame. I really, when in comparison to comfort, the Diadem Elevate is more comfortable than the other two. It is a lower RA. It is a 64. It has the Craybon fibers in the layup, which offers some dampening properties. I hit the best backhands of the day with this one. One-handed especially. One-handed backhands with this felt effortless today. Two-handers were fine, but one-handers were very consistent. They felt very easy to push around the court to wherever I wanted. There's the first ball I've hit in the net off the backhand side. Forehands also felt decent. Not as much power as the Dunlop, not as much power as the Shift, but a bit better control, a bit better consistency. Nice. Overall, a solid hit. I really like the direction that Diadem is going with their line. This Craybon layup is definitely helping the arm. And again, this is a lower RA. I'm not going to say that it doesn't allow me to play pain-free, but I can tell you I do feel a difference. It's not as extreme on my arm afterwards when I play this frame. And I think that has to do with the RA. That's kind of what got me thinking I need to go down on the RAs. The weight is fine. It's a 305. It's sitting at 328, just like the Dunlop is. Now, the only thing I could say about the frame that, might be a negative is you get nothing for free. Nice inside outs. I always liked my inside out forehand. You get nothing for free with this racket. If you hit through the ball and you put a fair amount of spin on it, a nice rotation, hit it clean, the racket will reward you for your efforts. You'll get a great top spin shot, great spin. If you hit a flat ball and you're wanting to hit a flat ball and drive it, and you hit it correctly, you hit it clean with a nice motion, the racket rewards you, says, hey, you hit that ball really well, I'm going to help you out. If you want to hit the ball with power, you really got to swing it. You swing through it, you hit it clean. It's almost like the racket kind of reads what you want and says, hey, you're trying to hit that ball hard. You hit it really nicely. I'm going to give you a little help. But if you don't hit everything correctly, the racket doesn't really help you. There's no extra free spin here. There's no extra free power. It's kind of a player's racket. You have to do these things yourself. And if you do them well, the frame rewards you. If you don't do them well, doesn't mean you won't hit the ball in. You just may not get the shot you wanted. The frame is not going to help you. That being said, it is a really nice racket. This is another one that if you are into the Wilson Blade or the Pro Staffs, you should give these a shot. You should give these a demo and see how they feel to you, because they're really well done frames. I've strung this one with the Diadem Solstice Black, which is supposed to be their star-shaped poly that is a little softer. It hits really nicely, really good for helping with the spin part of it, the string is. But as I said, just nothing for free here. The Dunlop and the Shift are both more powerful. But the Diadem Elevate V3 is a bit better on control, a bit better on precision, a bit easier to handle with the net, has good maneuverability, has good touch. It is an excellent, excellent frame. I'm really excited for what they do in 2024 with Diadem. They're supposed to be working on a spin frame. I'm very excited to see that. I'd hope at some point, maybe by the time it comes out, I'll be a big enough internet sensation on YouTube that they'll send me one for free for review. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. Say no more, say no more. But it's a good racket. It's a solid racket, guys. So to kind of review, to wrap up, the Shift, great power, great spin. At 300 grams, or in my case 295, it is lacking some stability, but does have excellent maneuverability. The Dunlop SX300 Tour, solid power, excellent spin, more stable, good maneuverability, but not as much power as the Shift. And the Diadem Elevate V3 is the least powered of the three that we hit today, but shows the best control, the best precision, and I would probably say the best predictability of the three. And it has excellent maneuverability and is stable. So really the only thing that's holding the Shift back, in my opinion, is its stability. If I have a racket that feels a little wobbly in the hand on some shots, or feels like it might twist, that's a problem. So in any case, guys, get out and hit. I'm going to link another review from another playtester down below. Check it out. It's for the Diadem. You'll like it. Have a great week.